The Ladies European Tour has moved from Italy in mainland Europe to the British Isles, to the English countryside in Denham for the Tour's flagship event, the ISPS HANDA Ladies European Masters. And over the first 3 days, some of the world's top players and rising stars have entertained us at the home of the LET, the Buckinghamshire Golf Club. After second round frustrations, Caroline Masson made a third day move. The German Solheim Cup star had her chances to win here a year ago, and she's right in the mix again after a round of 66. American Amelia Lewis arrived in England out of form, but she certainly found her touch this week. No wonder she's all smiles. Minjee Lee was challenging for a major just last month, and she's shown once again why she's the world's #1 amateur. Already a winner of a professional event, she won't be afraid to chase down the leader. But it won't be easy, because the lady in front is a proven winner, and she showed yesterday she has talent in abundance. 9 birdies and 9 pars in a course record equaling 63 has left IK Kim in charge. Coming up to 4 years since her last victory, the Korean had one of those days when everything went right. More of the same on Sunday, and it could be a formality. IK Kim starts the final round as the red-hot favourite thanks to a 4-shot lead over teenage amateur Minjee Lee. Halfway leader Sarah Kemp not out of it yet in a tie for third with Lewis. Masson will need to go on a birdie charge, and once again if she's going to put any heat on. Hello and a very warm welcome to the final round of the ISPS HANDA Ladies European Masters at the Buckinghamshire Golf Club. It's a very pleasant afternoon in this picturesque setting just west of London. I'm Richard Kaufman alongside Ladies European Tour player Charlie Douglas. And Charlie, given Kim's quality, if she plays anywhere near her potential, it really is tough to see anyone catching her.
It is, you know, she's playing with a 4-shot lead at the moment. She's going to have to keep on pushing, and the girls behind have got absolutely nothing to lose, but you would expect to try and see a move from Minjee Lee. She has a wealth of experience despite being an amateur, so hopefully we'll see some exciting golf.
Okay, well, let's catch up with some of the early play. It's ideal conditions out there, not too much wind, a little bit of sunshine as well for the players. And we start with one of the marquee players here this week, Charlie Hull, #1 on the Ladies European Tour. Started, though, 10 shots off the lead. Almost hold out for an eagle with her bunker shot at the par 5 second. Good crowds following that. She's up to 5 under with that birdie. Amelia Lewis hit 17 greens in yesterday's 67, but she missed it at the first. Didn't matter, though. She saved par thanks to a lovely bunker shot as well. Starting the day at 9 under. She came to the par 5 second, just short in 2 at this 499-yard hole, and chipping close to set up a birdie that took her to 10 under. Well, a smile never far away, is it, for the Australian Sarah Kemp? She was the halfway leader by 3, but 5 back at the start of the final round. She dropped a shot at the first, and then she birdied the second, gave herself another chance here at the downhill par 3 4th hole. Kemp back in her lucky jumper that she wore in that first round, and a lovely touch on the green took her to 10 under par. Well, it was a nervous display, wasn't it, yesterday from the 18-year-old Minjee Lee, but this tee shot may be showing some nerves. Left and in trouble, skipping out of bounds. Minjee Lee, he needed a fast start, well, was getting the polar opposite. Again, her third shot off the tee also went down the left-hand side. Fortunately for her, this one stopped short of the out of bounds, but it meant she was in big trouble at this par 5. This was to try and walk away with a 6. A double bogey 7, and a long way back at 8 under par now. And what about the overnight leader? Would there be any nerves from her? Well, terrific tee shot down the first. This her approach, knocking it to just about 8 feet. Yesterday she was rolling in the putts from everywhere. She gave herself an opportunity to make another one here, and she wouldn't disappoint. Kim off to the perfect start, and it gave her a 5-shot lead. Just short of the green in 2 at the par 5 second, wasn't her best approach putt. Left her still at least 5-6 feet for birdie. But of course, no one putting any real pressure on her. Would she make it? Oh, of course she would. And In Kyung Kim going from strength to strength. At the time, 6 shots clear with a birdie start. But this is how things stand right now. She's still very much in command, and she's still 6 shots clear. The only difference is who is her closest challenger. Well, it's Leanne Pace, 3 times a winner last season on the Ladies European Tour. Kim's picked up another birdie at the 6th. 4 birdies in the last 6 holes from Pace have seen her chance to 11 under. Really good recovery, isn't it, from Minjee Lee. Couple of birdies after that 7 at the 2nd. Vicky Lang in contention in Turkey, right there again, 9 under par. Caroline Masson picking up her first birdie of the day at the 7th. Hannah Jun leading the race right now for those Women's British Open spaces, 3 up for grabs. Well, it's been faultless, hasn't it, Charlie, from In Kyung Kim? She's not given anyone a slither of hope, has she?
She hasn't. She's just played extremely steady, gone about her business, and as you say, you know, nobody's putting any pressure on her, so she can just play completely free. And as she did yesterday, the putts have just dropped.
This is at the par 4 11th, just off the fairway, straight down par 4. Pace here, position of the pin today in the back right portion. Lovely shot, but we should point out that as we saw In Kyung Kim come down the 9th there, she has just picked up another birdie at the 8th. So in fact her lead is now 7 shots at 18 under.
Nice looking shot there by Vicky.
It's nice to see the sunshine out as well. The forecaster said a couple of days ago that maybe we'd have the chance of thunderstorms, but it's absolutely delightful out there. Maybe a chance of a shower or two. Par 5 9th, one of the easiest holes on the course. All the par 5s are just about reachable. It's been fairways and greens. She looks a little anxious about this, maybe down the left side a little. But she's avoided the bunker, and that now is absolutely perfect. She's in charge, isn't she? She's making sure everyone knows about it. You know, you go out there, shoot a 63, Charlie. I don't know how many times you've done that, but it's not easy to follow it up, is it?
It's not, but she has got the relief that no one's really knocking the door down. And she does appear to be enjoying herself out there and enjoying what little challenge there is around her. Minjee Lee's waving there for...
Yeah, a little car path down there. I think she's okay, but there are trees there. She's just dropped a shot at the 8th, so after getting it back to 10 under, she's now back at -9, which is fully 9 shots behind. Not been the charge we might have expected from Caroline Masson.
It hasn't, no. Caroline's just struggled to get something going today, but that should be another good opportunity for her. Looks disappointed.
Well, just the 1 birdie today, and you know, she is 1 under for the round. It's nothing to be sniffed at, but
it's always very difficult when you've got someone just running away with it, really. Possibly try and force the issue a little too much.
Amelia Lewis bogeys at 6 and 8 after that birdie at the 2nd, so back at 8 under. I suppose if we are going to rely on anybody to take this Ladies European Masters from In Kyung Kim, it's going to be Leanne Pace. She has to hold all of these, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. She can't afford for any of them to miss, and unfortunately that one is going to. So it's another hole gone by, another chance gone.
Just short of the 9th is Sarah Kemp. She's stuck around nicely all week, hasn't she? Just faded a little bit on the front nine yesterday, but that should take her to 10 under.
Yeah, Sarah's had a great week, really good, solid performance.
Yeah, you don't see much really good putting. I haven't seen.
We can see the clubhouse in the background. 9th green, Masson for birdie.
Could really do with this one dropping.
And I think that's been the story of the day for Caroline. We saw her have an opportunity at the first from some distance, then she missed from around 6 feet at the second early on, and I think that's been the story again at the third. She had an opportunity from around 12 feet, couldn't make that. And it's a day when you know you've got to shoot low, you need that putter to get hot. She can do it, we've seen her do it, but it doesn't look like today is going to be the day for the German.
No, absolutely. You know, she needed to come out and hole one on the first few holes. It's amazing the confidence that can give you.
Bit like the way IK Kim did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Leanne Pace played very well yesterday. She was bogey free until the 16th, went in the water there and then missed a short putt at 18, but she's recovered well from that. Nikki Campbell up on this par 5 9th. Well done. So she gets her second birdie of the day and another one to double digits. She has been in terrific form this season on the Ladies European Tour.
She has indeed. Very, very consistent.
And a birdie for Sarah Kemp as well. So the only one missing out was Masson.
Very hard for these girls now, knowing that realistically the win is off the cards and they're probably playing for second place, which is always difficult.
Yeah, take IK Kim out of the equation, it would be a very close run thing, wouldn't it?
Very close indeed.
You played this course?
I have. I played this tournament 2 years ago, just after I came back from injury, and it's a great test. You know, it rewards the great shot and punishes the poor one.
Par 3 12th. Car on offer, nice Toyota for a hole-in-one. Safely on the green. Laura Davis had a hole-in-one in the Pro-Am on Wednesday. But
I
no
bet
car
she
for
enjoyed
that.
that one.
Well, she'd have rather done it the weekend, but
She likes the car as well, does Laura?
there's a big tree, isn't there, right in the middle of this fairway. Obviously, that's down the right-hand side. Lee just laying up here.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's got a fairly long iron, so I just wonder whether she's laying up between the tree and the water hazard. Doesn't really like the look of it.
Oh, she got there.
Injustice. She was getting there with an iron.
Just 2 birdies today, 1 drop shot at the 4th for Kari Webb, the defending champion at 4 under, and she's going to stay that way thanks to that par save at 13.
You see it, isn't it?
She's laid up, she didn't go for 3. But I can tell you that Inkyun Kim is laid up here. The tree that we mentioned just now is just in a line, so She's come up short. You can probably just about see her ball there.
Amelia Lewis just making sure her club selection is absolutely perfect here.
Yeah, there is a little breeze about. You can see from the trees they're moving a bit. Yesterday it was dead still for the players in the afternoon for the third round, but it's nothing like it was over the first couple of days. Winds gusting from 20-25 miles an hour.
Seemed to catch that one a little heavy. Should be okay.
Yeah, the water cuts in there, but she should be on dry land. 13th hole, and Charlie Hull, 2-tier green, pin today on the back portion. She, even when she's not at her very best, she still seems to produce good results, and that's another fine shot from Charlie Hull.
Absolutely, you can see, you know, she just enjoys being out there. She absolutely loves it, and she's a crowd pleaser for sure.
Yeah, just a Sunday afternoon stroll around the Buckinghamshire Golf Club for IK Kim. She's so in control of this tournament, and now she just doesn't need to do anything silly, does she? I mean, as long as she takes doubles out of the equation, double bogeys, then it's a case of just a walk in the park all the way down to the 18th.
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned double bogeys, but she doesn't even look like making a bogey. So, you know, she's just fairways and greens, and she is going to hold some putts for sure. Working out her exact numbers here with a caddy. These girls are so good with their wedge play. They know exactly to the number how far they hit every single shot. I would expect to see this one going close for another birdie.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if it wasn't a birdie for IK Kim. 9 unanswered birdies yesterday, 4 already today. And another birdie chance to come. Well, apparently it was an eagle for Nikki Campbell on hole number 9 that we saw. She got there in 2, and she's in range as well. You can see the flag today over the bunker. But that takes Nikki Campbell to 11 under par, so alongside Leanne Pace in second place.
Absolutely, maybe Nikki will be the one to put some pressure on. She'll be aiming towards the right side of this green. There's quite a large slope that will be taking it towards the hole, but unfortunately that's not her best.
Well, at least she's got a good angle there for the flag, plenty to play with as well.
Be a very, very fast chip down that hill.
It's okay from Minjee Lee. Not the kind of day, though, she was looking for.
No, unfortunately, that second hole just threw her off her tracks a little bit.
There's no doubt about it, the par fives is where you should be making up your shots, although the ninth has not played as one of the easiest holes on any of the previous 3 days. With that tree in the middle of the fairway, the water waiting for your third, it's not what you'd call a guaranteed birdie, is it?
It's not, you know, and a lot of the time you play that hole and you're filling your stat sheet and you've hit the fairway, but because you're on the right-hand side, you have to wedge it round the tree and then wedge it on, so it's definitely a thinking hole.
Chance for the third birdie of the day for Charlie Hull. Well, she spent about 3 hours on the putting green on Friday afternoon after her round, and she felt she putted a bit better yesterday, but obviously not holding, oh dear, as many as she would like, and Leanne Pace's challenge just takes us backward step, and everything at the moment falling into the hands of IK Kim.
It is, and she just has to carry on doing what she's doing. It's a very comfortable and nice place to be.
Been some terrific performances out there today, though. Stephanie Meadows, 7 under for her round. She's just back-to-back birdies at 14 and 15, so she's up to 9 under. Amy Bolden's just birdied the 12th. She's up to 9 under as well. So some young British players playing very nicely out on the course. It's not all about the young Korean and Australian stars, is it?
No, it's nice to see. You know, Steph had an absolutely fantastic performance at the US Open at Pinehurst #2. It's nice to see her continuing her form into this week, having just turned pro after the Curtis Cup.
Well, it's stress-free golf, that's for sure, for In Kyung Kim. I'm not saying it is easy, but she's making it look easy.
She is making it look very easy. I'm sure it's quite frustrating for the other girls, actually. It isn't an easy golf course, but that 63 yesterday was flawless, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gets close to that score again today.
Well, yesterday when she did that, they ended up going in, but today it did finish short for In Kyung Kim, and it's hardly headline news. She's missed a putt, but I think she'd have taken going out in 32 at the start of the day.
I think she would. It's almost a shock now when she stands over a putt and misses one.
When I mentioned Amy Bolden has just gone birdie, but just made a birdie rather at the 12th. Unfortunately, she's found that very long grass here at 13, so struggling to make par now. Big carrot, isn't it, that Women's British Open place that's up for grabs. She's right in the mix.
Yeah, she absolutely is, and I know hopefully she won't be thinking too much about it, just thinking about getting her round finished, and then hopefully she'll have a spot at Royal Birkdale next week. Well, hold there.
Well, turns in 1 over, 37 out for Minjee Lee. Around a 67 from her yesterday. It leaves her at 9 under par and a tie for 5th spot. So they all say it starts really on the back 9 on Sunday, but as she heads into the back 9 on Sunday, In Kyung Kim has a huge lead. 7 shots clear of Nikki Campbell, who's just eagled the par 5 ninth. Leanne Pace with that drop shot at 12 goes back to 10 under par alongside Sarah Kemp. Look at Stephanie Meadow, those back-to-back birdies at 14 and 15, her 6th and 7th birdies of the day, taking her into a tie for 5th. Hannah Jun, Amy Bolden, they're leading the race for those Women's British Open places. Caroline Masson with just the one birdie on the card. Yeah, a lot of players on that 9 under par mark, aren't they? Vicky Lang, 3 under for the day. We're going through the pages. So we're at the start of this back 9. The front 9 ends with a par 5. The back starts with a par 5.
Sarah Kemp throwing this one up in the air, trying to get some spin. A little too much though.
Just to confirm that Amelia Lewis did make her birdie at the 9th. So she's another on that 9 under par mark.
Good.
Water down the right-hand side here. I have seen one or two find it, but that, even though it is flirting down the right side, should be okay.
It should be okay. The grass is a little bit longer than it usually is, so it should stop any balls going right from going in the water. I don't think this one will be going anywhere near the water.
Well, she's done it every part of her game so well this week, hasn't she, Kim? Which is why she has this seemingly unassailable lead at the top.
Yeah, it's just been an absolute masterclass.
That is splitting the fairway. But it's nice to hear good crowds following these games. It certainly seems a lot busier here today than it was yesterday. Been a feast of sport, hasn't it, this weekend in London and the UK. You had the feeling yesterday when she started to slip back, she was a couple over after 10 holes, dropped a shot here, that maybe that was going to be the last of Sarah Kemp, but I think she's shown us the gritty character she is, the way she's hung in there, and, well, in that race now for second place, it would seem.
Absolutely, it's not over till it's over, and she will very much be wanting that second spot solely to herself. She's got a few holes left to snatch it.
Well, here's the lady that, if anyone's going to make a fight of it, seems she's the one, Nikki Campbell. She's a very experienced player. Of course, she's not really played on the Ladies European Tour that much, but she spent 10 years plying a trade in Japan, won a couple of titles there, numerous top 10 finishes, and after an eagle at 9, this for birdie at 10.
Just slides by on the low side there. Stays at 11 under.
Well, we saw her go into the long grass. She's put her fourth over the back of the green, and oh my goodness me, she is in danger of maybe walking off with a treble bogey here. After all the hard work, after all the determination to get herself into a really good position. That's on for birdie. Oh, she's held one.
She needed that, I think, for her confidence.
Is it a case of too little too late, though, as far as Masson's concerned? One of the stars, wasn't she? One of the 12 stars in Colorado at the Solheim Cup. 10 months ago now.
Indeed, yeah, it's flown by. Sally Watson now for birdie.
Well, she's another that's in this chase for the Women's British Open places.
Yeah, I think that's going to go right down to the wire for the 3 spots for Royal Birkdale.
Have you been in this kind of position before? I know you've won some amateur titles. Charlie, being in such a healthy lead, is it easy to lose concentration?
It is, you know. You can switch off. You can rest on your laurels and think, oh, I've got this. This is in the bag. It's not over till it's over. But I think IK Kim, you know, she has the experience. She's been a professional now for 7 years.
Well, this for a 6, unfortunately, for Amy Bolden. Well done. She's been playing really nicely today. She was the last lady in. She got in as first reserve. And she really had been making the most of that opportunity. But a double bogey 6 at 13, very costly.
That's going to be a very difficult wedge shot over that bunker now. Especially out of the rough, trying to stop it is going to be a challenge.
Well, fairways, greens, putts hold. It's been a wonderful recipe, hasn't it, for IK Kim? Straight down the middle. And you wouldn't be surprised if another birdie was coming up here.
Really nice strike. I think she likes it.
Just exactly where she would have wanted. Opens up the green. She's now gone 32 holes without a bogey. Never mind a double bogey that would maybe give someone some hope. You know, you never normally think of a formality in golf, but this is the nearest you're going to get to one, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, you know, and the other girls, I think they've just got to hold their hands up and say, you know what, you were the best player this week. Well done.
But you've got to go out there, haven't you, with the mindset that you never know something, you know, it seems unlikely, it seems improbable, but you know, we have watched enough golf over the years. I mean, today in France, someone had a 4-shot lead, didn't they, in Stadler, and that disappeared early on. But the conditions, I think, are a little different here than they were at Le Golf National.
Yeah, I mean, I think no girl out there is going to give up. But as you say, 32 holes without a drop shot, it's very, very unlikely that IK Kim is going to cause any damage to her lead.
Well, Kim's closest challenger is at the 11th, straight down par 4. You can see the green there in the distance.
Be aiming this one down the right. There's a couple of bunkers down the left. Hand comes off the club there. I'm not sure she likes this.
Now, what sort of lie is she going to get? That's okay. She's one of those who qualified at this course for the US Open. They had a 2-round qualifier. First time that's happened. I take it you're a fan of that.
I am a fan of that. You know, it's great for the European girls to have an opportunity to play in a major in America. A couple of my friends qualified, so that was nice for them. Nice to see them going out there and having that opportunity. So, absolutely welcome that. Nice drive there. Scottle's past those 2 bunkers on the left.
Just under 6,500 yards long, this course designed by John Jacobs. It's about 100 yards longer than it was a year ago. Of course, last year they played this tournament over 3 rounds. It's over 4 rounds this year, and the prize fund's gone up to €500,000. But when you think Graham McDowell picked that up as a winner's check in France, it does kind of pale into a little bit of insignificance, but you can't sniff at a €75,000 first prize, can you?
No,
Rick?
you can't. And, you know, I think the girls will welcome the change of the 4-round tournament. It's always nice to play the 4 rounds.
And you do think, don't you, in 4 rounds, even if you get off to a fairly slow start, for example, Kim with a 71 on day 1, you still have got plenty of time to get there, and the cream tends to rise to the top, doesn't it?
You do, and then your Saturday does become your moving day, and generally the back 9 on Sunday is your money maker. So, you know, I know the girls enjoy the 4-round tournament, and this week has been a fantastic event.
Well, I don't think it's a big shock to see In-Kyun Kim up there, and I suppose you can really say the same about Min-Ji Lee. I mean, she's an amateur, but really
a professional one.
Yeah.
Professional amateur.
But
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a surprise to see Amelia Lewis up there. You know, when she arrived here this week, she hadn't made a cut since the middle of April on the LPGA Tour. 6 cuts missed in a row, but
Yeah.
she certainly enjoyed herself this week at the Buckinghamshire.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just a fresh start, different faces around you. And she's played some spectacular golf. Nice to see. I actually played in Florida with Amelia in 2009, I think it was, when we were both battling for Curtis Cup spots, so it's nice to see her making it as a professional now.
Well, she hasn't had that winning feeling for a while, Kim. And you just felt if someone could put a bit of heat on her, a little bit of pressure, maybe she might start to feel it. But the only one who's been making a bag full of birdies near the top of the leaderboard's been her.
Absolutely, yeah. With 9 holes to go as well, the other girls are running out of time, and she just looks like such a cool customer out there. I'm not sure anything's going to faze her, really. Looks displeased with that one, but...
Well, you'd only give her a 6 out of 10 for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But pars don't matter, do they, really? Pars are good enough.
I think she'll take pars. She'll take pars. She doesn't need the birdies.
As you say, this is not the simplest of chip shots. A fluffy lie, a bunker to come over, and a downslope to contend with as well.
Yeah, I think she'll do well to keep this inside about 10 feet. Very good effort. Very quick putt she's got now, though.
Stacey Lee Bregman finished 3rd here a couple of years ago. Playing well this year, 8th on the order of merit. Well, it was on its way in terms of line for that car, but...
Just a bit too much check.
And when we have seen players make runs of birdies, I know Caroline Masson, for example, yesterday, she birdied 12, 13, 14 and 15. You can go on a run. There are holes out there to really attack. 17 as well is a risk-reward hole.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunities out there, and hopefully we'll see some magic from the girls on this back 9, put some pressure on IK Kim.
Yeah, we don't wish ill, do we, on
We don't.
the Korean, but it would be nice to have a bit of a contest, wouldn't it?
It would indeed. Have a bit of excitement and see her pushed right to the end.
But it's been her wonderful golf that's kept everyone else at arm's length here. Well, Min-Ji Lee sizes up that at the 10th. We'll go ahead to Nikki Campbell out of the light rough here at 11.
Pin 21 up today, so it needs to pitch this up the green.
Now, last outing in Europe saw her lose out in a playoff in Holland.
I'd expect this putt to be fairly quick and off the left.
She challenged at the Australian Open as well, but she faded in the final round there, shot a 78. Of course, she was right up there going into the final round at the US Open only last month, and she shot a 76 there. At the moment, she's struggling, it seems, although I know she did win one pro event earlier in the year by 6 shots, but it seems in these big events at the moment, final round, she's maybe getting a little bit of nerves. Understandable at the age of 18.
It is understandable, you know, and I think whenever it is she does decide to turn pro, she will have the advantage of having had that experience already as an amateur. I would expect her to hit the ground running, as it were, when she does turn pro.
Another green, another birdie putt for IK Kim. Another stress-free hole, it would seem.
Yeah, just another par. Tick it off, on to the next hole. Riding high on confidence for sure.
7 shots clear, 8 holes to play. Seemingly uncatchable. Just on the wrong level there, Masson. This is Sarah Jane Smith for birdie at 12. Another of the Australians that are up there. And here's another Aussie.
Great shot there from Sarah Kemp. Just about 3 feet for another birdie. Vicky Lang just missing that one on the low side.
Yeah, she's done well, Vicky Lang. Lost her card a couple of years ago, but got it back on limited appearances last season, and she's contended a fair few weeks this season.
Oh, misses that one. Can't afford to do that on the back 9 on Sunday. Costly.
An expensive hole in the end for Vicky Lang. Well, at the start of the day, we were asking the question, can anyone catch IK Kim? The answer seems to be negative. She has a 7-shot lead over Nikki Campbell. Stephanie Meadow, 3rd in her very first professional appearance at the US Open. Her 2nd, she's tied for 3rd again. What a wonderful performance from the lady from Northern Ireland. Incredible, up to 10 under par now. Leanne Pace, 3 times a winner last season right there, as is the Solheim Cup star Caroline Masson. But everyone playing second fiddle to the 26-year-old Korean IK Kim. Three birdies in a row for Stephanie Meadow, coming at 14, 15 and 16. Hannah Jun now leading the race for those women British Open places. Jun's just had 3 birdies in her last 4 holes.
I'm hoping this one's going to break off her right, but it doesn't. She can't believe it.
I think that's been the story of her day, hasn't it, really? She has held a couple, but a glorious afternoon. I think most of the players that have travelled from America, and like the likes of IK Kim, they've got all their waterproofs with them ready. They haven't had to use them too often, though, have they?
No, I think players anticipate coming over this side of the pond, as it were, and woolly hats, mittens, fleeces automatically get packed, and shorts and t-shirts get left at home. But
good pace from Nikki Campbell. Just a par, though.
Knock that one in, stay at 11 under.
Well, she let go of the club. It doesn't necessarily mean it's any bother. It's in the bunker. It's a fairway missed. Hold the back page.
Absolutely, yeah. She's in the middle of that trap, though, so that lip shouldn't be a problem for her second shot. All 3 players going with 3-wood here.
Does that take the bunker out of play?
I think it actually brings the bunker into play, but nicely on the fairway by Minjee Lee.
Yeah, so the big shock is 2 on the fairway. IK Kim isn't.
Bunkered.
Par 3 12 playing 169 yards today. You can see the flag stick it's moving a little, but it's just a light breeze, really.
It is. There's some tall trees on the left up by the green, which can shelter the area, and you can't really see the wind from the tee.
Sarah Kemp wearing that jumper. She wore that jumper, would you believe, day 1, when it was the hottest day of the English summer. We asked her why she actually was wearing it, seeing it so hot. Obviously Australian, she's had hotter days, but she said she didn't like the t-shirt underneath that she was wearing.
Yeah, we have some funny things. I wouldn't be surprised if she was a bit superstitious and was thinking I'm playing well, I don't want to take it off.
You can see there's a few dark clouds around, aren't there? We are expecting maybe a shower or 2. Hopefully we don't suffer with that. Nice shot as well from Kemp there.
Very nice shot. Sets up a uphill birdie chance. Russell just throwing up some grass to check the wind there.
Yeah, she said it's a bit strange. She's here in Europe and she's not been home to Germany. She hasn't been in Germany since March. Her family aren't here either because her brother tore his anterior cruciate ligaments playing football. So they're having to tend to him. After this, she goes to the Women's British Open, and then she's not playing in the German Open. She's going to play the LPGA Tour event in Toledo. So close, of course, last year to being the Rookie of the Year, wasn't she, in America?
She was. Caroline had some fantastic form last season, and she's really proving herself to be a contender. Maybe she'll make it home in time for Christmas.
Yeah, I think her intention is maybe to pop back to Germany before the Evian.
Almost identical to Sarah Kemp's shot there.
How long before you think you might be taking on these girls again then, Charlie?
I think it will be next year for sure. I have to go through a full swing rebuild to make sure I don't damage my back again. And
when was the last time you played competitively?
October last year.
That must hurt, yeah?
It does hurt, and I actually picked up a club this week for the first time since October, and it was very, very strange. I felt like a complete beginner again, and almost want to hide at the end of the driving range so no one can see me.
Yeah, Nikki Campbell was saying earlier this year that she was considering maybe quitting at the end of this year. Her mum went into a coma after she hit her head falling down the stairs. She's fine, thank goodness, but maybe she thinks maybe family time might be important. But the way she's playing, you think she'd want to carry on. And Robert Jan Dirksen's another, isn't he? He said that he's going to quit at the end of the year. It's funny, isn't it, when you see some of these players who think, you know, I think I'm going to have enough, and they play really well, don't they, in those months preceding it.
Yeah, you know, you take the pressure off yourself and you start to perform to the best of your ability. But, you know, it's very sad about Nikki's mum, but sometimes things like that help put things into perspective, and, you know, maybe golf isn't the be-all and end-all, and then you perform really, really well, and it's nice to see her out here playing such great golf.
Well, for Minjee Lee, of course, it's now just about trying to get in as well as she can. She's not playing for money. Obviously, being an amateur, it's all about another good finish. She finished 5th in Mission Hills early this season on the Ladies European Tour.
Yeah, Minjee Lee will be looking to gain lots of experience.
You were a top amateur. How do you know when to turn pro?
I don't think there's really an answer for that one. I think in yourself, you know. I personally felt like I'd achieved all I could achieve at that level, and it was time for me to step up and join the tour. I actually waived my right to remain amateur at tour school, so I actually turned pro before I even had a card.
But why would say Minjee Lee, who's contending now in all these tournaments, she's 18 years of age, why would she stay as an amateur?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I suppose we'd have to ask her.
Yeah, we would. But, you know, if I was her, I think I would turn pro. What more can she achieve? She's the world #1 amateur, and
she's playing majors. You know,
she's playing majors, and not just playing them, but performing and contending for them. Maybe she still wants to do school or something like that. You know, it's we'll have to ask her and see.
Been a good day for Stacey Lee Bregman. 13th was playing one of the hardest holes first couple of days, had a big crosswind here, but it's been a little easier since the winds calmed down Saturday and today.
Yeah, Stacey's got another good opportunity there.
Tee shot in the bunker from Campbell here at the par 3 12th.
Played it nicely.
Well, unfortunately, we've not been privy to every hole that In Kyung Kim has played, but it's pretty much been every green in regulation. Yeah. Today, here at the 11th, it's just off the green in 2, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a problem for her.
No, I don't think so. You know, she'll probably putt that from there anyway. But you know, she has got a fantastic short game. Can't see that being a problem for her.
Well, she feels like she's peaking for a very important time of the year. It's the flagship event on the Ladies European Tour. Obviously, a few more majors to come. It was 5 majors now for the ladies.
At Royal Birkdale next week, so I think the wind might blow a little more than it is this week, though.
Well, she's alongside Nikki Campbell at 11 under par. Just to close the gap to 6. Never had a chance.
No, up and out of that one. I think she knew as soon as it came off the putter face.
What do you make of the round today from Stephanie Meadow? 8 under par today. She's 4th at the moment on the leaderboard. You turn pro, you finish 3rd at the US Open, and everyone thinks, well, that's fantastic. But then to follow it up in your second event, Charlie, incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. You know, after that performance at Pinehurst, it was clear that she had incredible class and talent, but there were the whispers of, is it a fluke? Are we going to see her name up there anymore? And that round today especially is just phenomenal.
She's off to Southport and Ainsdale tomorrow for qualifying. She can't qualify as one of the 3 leading Ladies European Tour players because she's not a member of the LET.
I know, that's it's quite sad actually, given her performance this week, but I'm sure she'll go to Southport and Ainsdale tomorrow full of confidence off the back of this performance, and I think it would be great to see her in the field at Royal Birkdale.
A little bit of work there for Kim. I hardly think it's going to make her sweat too much, though. Well, you'd have thought, given the putt from Kemp, that should have given that a little more of a rap, Caroline. Greens are pretty slick, around 11.5 on the stimp meter, but down the hill they're obviously pretty slick, but up the hill a little slower.
Yeah, very difficult as well when you're putting into the shadow. The grass tends to be damper, slows the ball down. And it's late in the day, so grass has grown a little.
One of 6 amateurs who made the cut here, Minjee Lee, and we have to give a mention to Annabelle Dimmock, 17 years of age, English amateur, her first Ladies European Tour event, and she shot a 67 today to finish at 1 under.
That's an incredible performance.
It's great, isn't it? We got, you know, players, I mean, Aussie here, Minjee Lee, we've seen Aria Jutanagan at 18, Charlie Hall, of course, is going great. There seems to be a lot of terrific young talent around the whole world at the moment in the ladies' game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's great for the ladies' game. You know, it's very important that the young girls do get involved, and they're leading the way for the youngsters coming through.
Good up and down from Nikki Campbell. Keeps the bogeys off the card.
Amelia Lewis with this for birdie. Another one who thought it would break in off the right, stayed straight.
The South African Bregman. She won for the very first time. She's 27, won for the first time on the Sunshine Ladies Tour back in March. First time she won in 6 years. Now, a wee test. Only a tiny one, though.
A tiny one, yes. We shall see. But I think if I was a betting lady, I would bet that this one would go in.
You put your neck on the block there, didn't you, Charlie?
I did a little bit, yeah.
Oh, it's so smooth. It's so concentrated and it's looking so easy. I know it's not easy. She's just making it look that way. 4 under today and a full 7 shots clear with 7 holes to play.
Yeah, it's getting tough now for the girls. You know, Probably keep looking at the leaderboard, hoping that she's maybe dropped one at least, and it's just not happening.
She's not even dangling the carrot, is she?
She is not. She's firmly shut the door, I think.
Kemp and Campbell leading the race for second place. So the final group have reached this par 312. No one's claimed the prize yet. The only hole-in-one we had was that hole-in-one in the Pro-Am from Laura Davis. A little bit of a crosswind here. It's a nice story with IK Kim's caddy, isn't it? Gerald there, Gerald Adams. He's in remission, suffered with cancer. Broke his nose as well earlier this week. One of the amateurs in the Pro-Am, shouldn't laugh, hit him with the golf ball, broke his nose, but there he is. And Kim said he's been an inspiration. He really has spurred her on this week.
Absolutely. You know, Gerald's story is an amazing one, and I think it can put everything into perspective. You know, I know that he was absolutely devastated when he had to stop caddying for a while, and he's just happy to be back out there and on IK Kim's bag.
Got the right one there, didn't he?
He did. He chose well. Powerful move by Amelia Lewis. Nice shot. Very important with this pin position to keep the ball below the hole.
Well, we've seen this before on the Ladies European Tour. I remember being in Dubai back in 2009 when Kim went into the final round with a good lead. And she went out and shot a 65.
As you do.
She kept them all at bay there, and looks like she's going to do it again.
Yeah, she's playing from a very comfortable place. Really trusting her game. Shot from IK Kim.
So the world number 24, who now lives in San Diego. 34 holes without a bogey, and the birdies have kept coming. 18 under par, 7 clear of Leanne Pace, who's just birdied the par 5 14th, Nikki Campbell and Sarah Kemp. Terrific performance from Stephanie Meadow, who comes down the last 8 under for her round. What a start to her professional career. Caroline Masson really threatened as if she might get going after yesterday's 66, but a couple under. There's another 18-year-old, Aria Jutanugarn. She's coming back from injury, up there at 9 under. Charlie Hart, well, she's having a decent day, isn't she? Maybe going to post her best round of the week. Just birdied 14 and 15. Amy Bolden stood in the places for the Women's British Open. Couple under for the round, despite a double bogey on the card at 13. She followed it with a birdie at hole number 14. The defending champion inside the top 20, as is Sally Watson. Should point out Hannah Jun is the player that's leading the race. Amy Bolden second. We obviously will keep an eye on it. Stephanie Zanar's another who could qualify here. Maria Balakova, she's having a very consistent year. Not such a good day for Sue Hyuno. She was going great guns yesterday, shot a 66. Another 18-year-old amateur. Celine Herban was up there, wasn't she, at the halfway stage? And I mentioned Annabelle Dimmock. 5 under 67 today. Holly Cliburn second last week. Not really had the week she was hoping for, but a terrific round of 66 today. Best so far, although you get the feeling that Patricia Sanz Barrios' 66 will be usurped very shortly by Stephanie Meadow. Clara Spilkova, we saw the outfit she was wearing, Charlie. Goodness me.
It was incredible, yeah. Clara does love her fashion.
Looked like a onesie she was wearing.
It did look like a onesie with a hood.
Camilla Lennart, the winner this year. Pamela Pretzel engaged last week. Valentine Derry, another of the winners this season, 74 for her to close with. Another of the amateurs who made the cut there, Georgia Hall, 74 for her. Lydia Hall, namesake, winner of course on this course a couple of years ago, closed out with a sub-70 score. Had Florentina Parker in the commentary booth yesterday, and her best round of the week is 70. Winner of course last week in Italy, Albatross in that final round.
Yeah, that's some way to go and win a golf tournament.
So some good scoring out there, quite a few rounds in the 60s. Nora Tamminen of Finland and Hannah Burke. So the final group at the par 3 12th.
That wind just appearing to pick up. The caddies' bibs are blowing about.
Well, the only thing that worried me about IK Kim playing in this final round is that at the end of her round yesterday in her interview, she said she was going for a curry. I thought that was about the only thing that might stop her. But it looks like she had a nice one.
Yeah, it's always a danger when you have a curry the night before the last round.
I'm sure it was lovely. Sarah Kemp up at 13. You can see this is a dog leg hole from right to left, and she's just caught that left-hand rough over the bunker.
Yeah, you can see there she's intending to grip down on the club to try and scoop the ball out the rough and keep the ball flight down. Ball slightly below her feet as well, which usually means the ball's going to veer off to the right. As it has done. Skirted round the bunker.
Well, it's on the dance floor, but look at the length of the putt she's got for birdie.
On the dance floor, but nowhere near the DJ.
Yeah. Very good. But the birdies are dried up. She hasn't had one since the 8th. It's hard, isn't it, when you do have such a commanding lead to really just keep pressing, keep pressing.
Yeah, I think, you know, maybe she set some personal goals in her head if she can beat her score yesterday. Nikki Campbell now on 13. Really nice shot there into the heart of the green.
Well, the English countryside, we're just west of London. It's about a 45-minute drive on a good traffic day.
Marking it there to protect the line of her opponent's putt.
This was played the easiest hole on the course this week, this par 5 14th hole, just 482 yards. Well done.
Much needed birdie. gets her back to even for the day.
Yeah, you've had your injury problems. She also had her injury problems. She fell out of a golf cart a couple of years ago, Minjee Lee, and broke her ankle because her coach reckons she was, well, on a similar path to Lydia Ko.
Really ready to turn pro young. And
yeah, and explode on the professional scene. And it set her back a little bit. She had to take about half a year out of the game. She came back, won the US Junior Girls Championship, and obviously we've seen really benefit from being part of the Carrie Webb Series scholarships. Here is the defending champion. Carrie's really taken Minjee Lee under her wing. She's going for the green. First look today at the 17th. How much do you like this hole?
Yeah, this is a great hole. You know, it's a risk reward, and she's gone for it.
Yeah, water obviously waiting right, trees waiting left, bunker at the back, and she's found that one. But find the green and you can make an eagle. Last year she was absolutely superb in the final round, wasn't she? She started 3 shots off the pace. A number of players in contention, including the likes of Caroline Masson. And in what weren't easy conditions, she made it look oh so easy. Saw some wonderful golf. Clara Spilkova, Christina Kim. How about this for a reaction to a hole-in-one?
Yeah, this is fantastic. Christina's got an absolutely brilliant personality, and the crowd loved that one.
And Carrie Webb liked this one. She finished at 16 under par, 3-round total. It was good enough. Masson had to birdie the last. She wasn't too far away with the bunker shot, was she?
No, she gave it a go, and that's all you can really ask of yourself.
Well, the trophies have kept coming, haven't they, for Carrie Webb since then as well. Twice a winner on the LPGA Tour this season. 7 times a major winner.
Yeah, she's had an incredible career.
Well, it's not going to be so close in terms of challenging for Masson. And well, we saw that bunker shot she played at 18. That was also a pretty good one.
It was, yeah. You know, she's notoriously got a very good short game. And there's the proof.
But you can't, I mean, she made 3 double bogeys on Friday, Caroline. I mean, you can't really do that and expect to win.
No, you can't. You know, they're too damaging. When you're in a tricky position, it's very important to try and reduce the damage to a single bogey. And I think upon reflection, that's going to cost her dearly.
Yeah, we just saw that 17th, another superb tee shot, by the way, from Kim. We just saw the 17th from Carrie Webb. Caroline Masson's 4 over par on that hole this week.
Yeah, I mean, last year I seem to remember her, you know, struggling with the decision as to whether you go for it or you play down the right and lay up. So maybe she's still not comfortable with how she plays that hole. We'll see how she plays it later on today. Really powerful move through the ball, Minjee Lee.
Are you taking the bus up there first?
Yeah. Just finding the rough there. Sarah Kemp now from long range on the back tier of the green. Not her best putt. Carrie Webb opening the face. Try and get some height on this one. What a fantastic bunker shot.
And of course, a former Women's British Open champion. She hasn't putted that well this week, but you know that she could be a danger next week, couldn't she?
Absolutely, she can switch it on. She has the experience, especially in the majors, as you say. I wouldn't be surprised to see her in contention at Royal Birkdale next week.
Well, it's a great finish at this course. I can't promise you, though, a dramatic finish. But what a day it's been for Stephanie Meadow. 8 under for the day, and she has this for yet another birdie. This to equal the course record. Oh, she's only gone and done it.
One absolutely fantastic performance.
Well, she won $271,000 with her first pro check. It's not quite going to be as big this week at the Buckinghamshire Golf Club, but it's going to be another healthy check. What a start to professional life.
That is incredible. I don't think anyone could have written that one, but you know, Steph's a lovely girl, and it's great to see her starting her professional career so well.
Third at the US Open. She's tied for second now at this ISPS HANDA Ladies European Masters. And it just shows you, I mean, she was part of that Curtis Cup team, wasn't she? We've seen Holly Clyburn, and Charlie Hull, of course, has made headlines everywhere. Amy Bolden we've seen out here today, another member of that team. There was a lot of talent. No wonder they beat the Americans.
Yes, you know, it was an incredible performance by the GB&I girls, and as you say, it's great to see them all pushing on in their professional careers now.
Because it's no certainty, isn't it? You have a great amateur career that you're going to step into those pro ranks and hit the ground running.
Absolutely. You can look back through the team sheets from several Curtis Cups, and you know, you can go through there and sort of say, oh, who's that? I don't remember who that is. There's no guarantee of success as a pro. Great save there by Sarah Kemp.
Yeah, good two-putt, wasn't it? Another chance for Bregman to make a birdie. 2 birdies, no drop shots today from the South African.
Yeah, she's played some really steady stuff.
Finished 5th last week in Italy. She's going to have another big finish here. Another one who's had those injury woes. She's had some foot trouble.
Yeah, it's never just as simple as coming back from injury. You know, you have to get your fitness back, and sometimes a swing changes are needed to take the pressure off those injured areas.
You're talking from experience here, aren't you?
Yes, I am, unfortunately. I wish I wasn't, but...
Well, Lincoln Kim kind of had to recover from a broken heart, didn't she, really, after what happened to her at the Kraft Nabisco? I mean, how important a win will it be for her if she... Well, it seems like she will put it off.
Yeah, I think it would be huge for her. It's confidence for sure. Unfortunately, after that disappointment at the Kraft Nabisco, she is known as the girl who missed the very short putt. And
that was 2 years ago now as well. She hasn't won since.
No, I mean, people are still talking about that putt,
and will do for a long time.
And will do for a very long time. But you know, I think it would be nice for her, for people to say, "There's IK Kim, the ISPS HANDA Ladies European Masters champion."
Look at that, another arrow-like shot.
Yeah, it's great for the young kids to watch her play this tournament. She's just played absolutely flawless golf.
I don't like this.
All the lining up, the caddy lining up.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it. You don't really see it on the guys' tour.
I mean, you must play with a lot of these players that do that. Do the caddies ever say, hold on a second, that's not right?
Yeah, and, you know, sometimes you hear a few arguments, so it's kind of, you know, if you've asked your caddy to line you up, you can't then have an argument with him for then asking you to step away because you're aiming off the green or something. So it's nice as a confirmation sometimes, but I don't think it's really necessary on every shot. It does slow play as well. Carrie Webb looking to hold this one for birdie, and does.
Yeah, so she gets back to 2 under for the round, 5 under for the tournament. And she'll be proud of what Minjee Lee's done here this week.
She will, you know, it's great that Carrie's taken her under her wing and sharing her experience with her, which is invaluable.
Yeah, she took Minjee to the Champions Dinner at the US Open a couple of weeks ago, of course, at Pinehurst. And I think the year before she didn't play Minjee, but she spent the whole week there with Carrie Webb.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably helped Minjee Lee, you know, settle her nerves. She's not so frightened to be in a professional environment if she's been around them all at the Champions Dinner, been introduced to them. It takes the pressure off. It's one from Nikki Campbell heading down the fairway.
Well, she found the water here yesterday, Charlie Hull. It's going well today. Birdie's at 14 and 15, taking her to 4 under for the day. Splash, but not for water this time.
Not for water, no. She hits a very long ball. She's gone for the green there with just a fairway wood.
Her caddy's saying she's hitting it about 20 to 25 yards further than she was at the start of the year.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I know she works very, very hard in the gym.
Yeah, she's on this fitness regime, isn't she?
She's on a bit of a fitness regime.
Whereas Kim isn't one of your big hitters, is she? But we saw when she gets the utility club in the hand, it's almost like hitting a 6-iron, isn't it, really?
Yeah, she's got it on a string, especially this week. And then she's holding a red hot putter as well, which is never going to do you any damage.
Well, you can see Leanne Pace has picked up a birdie from that scoreboard there. She's gone to 12 under par. Birdie's at 14 and 15, so the lead is down to 6. I mean, we're talking like this is done, and you know, 6 shots is still a really big lead, but I mean, this is golf, isn't it, Charlie?
Absolutely, and especially with the finish here at the Buckinghamshire, anything can happen. You know, we don't know how IK Kim is going to play 17. 16 is no given either. Very difficult drive over the water hazard. Trees left and right, so
the thing is, she doesn't have to take on 17. 16,
she doesn't have to take on 17. She could probably lay up on 16 and lay up again and hit it on in 3. I don't think we're going to see it. But stranger things have happened.
Yeah, but it would, I mean, given the way she's playing, I think that's what would be the surprise. If it was someone who hadn't won before, if it was someone that was inexperienced, you'd say, the nerves might get to her, you know, 6 shots. But when it's someone of that quality, ranked 24 in the world, someone who won over $1 million last year in America, you know, in the top 10 of their money list, it just seems so hard to see that happening.
It does. She's got so much experience. She would have learnt from all the hardships that she's been through, especially at the Craft Nabisco. And I think she's very firmly in the driving seat.
Well, left herself a little bit left in that one, Amelia Lewis. Well, we keep talking about these women's British Open places on offer 3. One of them in contention is Hannah Jun. In fact, she's leading the way, isn't she, at 10 under?
She is, yeah. Opted for the route down the right-hand side of 17. Setting up a nice birdie chance, but taking the water out of play.
Yeah, she's 6 under for the day. Just have to still mention that 63 today from Stephanie Meadow. It really is a sensational round of golf, matching what we saw yesterday from our tournament leader, IK Kim. Well, she's already had an eagle today, Nikki Campbell.
I think she might quite like another one, though. Wind blowing a little up by the green. Looks like it's into the wind. Going with a 3-wood.
Yeah, it's just made the front of the green, that one, so it will be a putt for an eagle. Laura Davis had 2 eagles on the second round, but she's actually finished with a 73 today, Laura. Or I should say Dame Laura.
Dame Laura,
Have
yes,
to get it
indeed.
right. Did you curtsy when you saw her?
I haven't actually seen her, but if I do, I will definitely curtsy.
Finished at 5 over par, unfortunately, Laura. Not the week she was looking for, but she still believes she can win. You know, you've got someone now in their 50s up against these players here, these teenage girls.
She has still got the game to win, though, so, you know, while she's still got it, why not?
And after 4 straight pars, is Kim going to get back in among the birdies?
She thought it would break off the left there, just stayed straight.
Another hole chalked off.
Yeah, that's all she really needs to do, just tick them off and
Yeah, lead might be down to 6, but importantly, holes are running out as well. 6 holes to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that sounds quite nice to her. Lead down to 6. It's not anything really for her to be concerned about. Charlie Hull playing a downhill bunker shot there. Just went the wrong side of that slope, but she has got a fairly good opportunity at birdie there with an uphill putt.
Just an iron in for Caroline Masson at the par 5 14th.
Looks like she's pulled this one slightly. Just a fraction. Now got to putt up and over that slope. Amelia Lewis now for par on 13. Convincingly well holed.
Sophie Chiquel-Bitton, one of 17 French players in the field this week, and
Oh, nice.
yes,
I think that one will be worth a few euros to her.
that takes Sophie to 7 under par. Playing in that group with Charlie Hull. She's having a good year as well, 12th on the order of merit. Of course, here's the number 1.
Indeed, yeah. I think
Although if Stephanie Meadows' earnings counted, she'd be number 1, wouldn't she?
yeah, she would. But as you mentioned earlier, she's not a member of the Ladies European Tour. That one just needed hitting, Charlie.
And one of the great things about her is, you know, she's frustrated there, but she's forgotten about it, hasn't she, by the time she's on the next tee?
You know, one shot at a time, and it's very much forgotten about.
Well, Charlie Hull, not a contender this week. She's always been just a little bit too far back at 8 under par. Well, she's fully 10 shots behind our tournament leader. The holes are running out for the chasing pack. Stephanie Meadow, well, she can put her feet up on another brilliant job done. A course record equaling 63 that leaves her in a tie for 3rd. Leanne Pace leading the chase, but it's IK Kim by 6. So Hannah Junt leading the race for the Women's British Open places. Everyone else on that first page had already qualified. Amy Bolden, I can tell you, in 2nd place at the moment. 14th tee for the tournament leader.
Marshall signalling that it's down the middle again.
He got it right.
Who doubted her?
You probably could do it with his eyes closed
Yeah,
and do that, couldn't he?
probably. Great drive there from Minji Lee.
Very friendly, is it? Chatty down that final group.
Very relaxed.
Well, Amelia, I'm very happy with the fact that she's found some form again. She started the season pretty well. Had a couple of good finishes, top 10 in Australia. But it's been a really difficult time. Here's, as I say, the lady leading the race. California girl, Hannah Junt, in terms of making sure she's at Birkdale next week. Hannah Junt, par at 17, job done.
Yep, just the par 3 18th to play.
Eagle putt for Masson at 14. Slow down. She's had a good finish, hasn't she? In the Winds British Open, came 5th when she was leading, actually, 3 years ago.
Yeah, paired in the final group with Yanni Seng, I seem to remember, who was world number 1 at the time.
Oh, that looks rather cosy, doesn't it?
How romantic.
Have you had a date before at the golf?
I don't think I have, actually.
I think as a golfer that wouldn't be
I
very
think I'd
romantic.
rather play and let him carry the bag.
Amy Bolden went for the green, and well, she might roll off the back of it, but it's a terrific shot, isn't it? Now steady. There's a bunker there. Steady.
Yeah, hangs on nicely.
Well, she's got all about getting the pace right up and over the slope here. She's done pretty well. Oh, she's done incredibly well. It is a second eagle of the day for Nikki Campbell. Well, that changes things slightly, doesn't it? She's now 13 under, which means she's 5 shots behind IK Kim. I mean,
It's not
it's hardly
impossible.
it's not knee-knocking time, is it really? But
No, but, you know, it's the first time really we've seen any pressure put on IK Kim today. So it'll be interesting to see how she does react over these closing holes.
I mean, there are leaderboards dotted around. I mean, she won't be obviously aware. I mean, although she might have heard the cheers. I mean, she's not far away, is she, on that fairway?
She's not. I just question in her position whether she'll be really looking at the leaderboards.
Especially she
Who
knows
knows?
she started with a 4-shot lead. She's 4 under for the day. She can't really believe anyone's that close to her.
No, you know, I'm sure Gerald is keeping an eye on it and will tell her if need be of anything going on. So I think it's just head down and get on with what her game is, and you know.
I mean, Campbell and Pace are trying. They're both now 5 under for the day.
Yeah, they are pushing as hard as they can. It's just whether they're going to run out of holes.
Masson with an excellent chance to get to 11 under.
Now this would get her in a tie for 3rd. Solid putt there.
But of course, Nikki Campbell made eagle. This is the easiest hole this week, and well, probably the ideal opportunity for IK Kim to get back on the birdie trail.
Absolutely, yeah. I think she likes that one. Oh, of course she likes that one. Used to sit though.
That's fine. 2 putts for a birdie, and she's back with a 6-shot lead.
No wonder Gerald is smiling. Wind picking up now.
It's a good angle, actually, this, isn't it, for Amelia Lewis?
Very good angle. You know, she's on the left-hand side of the fairway, hitting into a right pin. The ball's below her feet. She's played it beautifully. She's very firm up there. It's very difficult to get the ball to stop anywhere close to the pin. You don't want to risk pitching it too short. Fear it won't get up the bank. So
Short 15th hole, just 336 yards. Should be a drive and a wedge, and perfectly down there from Nikki Campbell. Yeah, that's position A.
yeah, great angle there to attack the pin.
Yeah, obviously got to flirt with the bunker, but coming in with a wedge, she should be able to get the control.
Absolutely, yeah. These girls practice very hard on their wedge play.
Another excellent shot into 14, this time from Minji Lee.
And making mincemeat of the par 5 there, coming in with an iron. Really good angle of this tee shot here. Liking that one.
Well, given the way she's playing, there's no reason why she won't be playing in the Solheim Cup next year, but what an incentive on a home course at St Leon Rot.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something that is going through her head on a daily basis, but you know, she keeps coming out and putting in performances like she has done this week. I don't think her place in the team is going to be in any doubt.
Amy Bolden, this for Eagle. Go on, go on.
Oh, what a great putt.
Well, it should be good enough, really, the way things are going for her to be at Birkdale next week. What a week. I mean, she wasn't in the field until Thursday morning.
Yeah, Pernilla Lindberg had to withdraw due to an eye injury, so Amy got into the field very late. Qualified for the US Open at Pinehurst. Actually won the qualifier here. So plays well around here. Nice to see her performing this week.
And we talk about the fact that Minji Lee here, you know, has benefited from Carrie Webb. She's had the benefit of playing at the Robert Rock Academy, hasn't she?
Yeah, you know, under I believe nearly 2 years now, she's been under the guidance of Rob with fellow professional Kelsey MacDonald. I know his experience has been invaluable to her, and you know, he's helped her with preparation for tournaments. Reaping the rewards of that now.
Well, 3 eagle putts coming up here. Well, it's a lovely setting, isn't it? This Buckinghamshire Golf Club for the flagship event on the Ladies European Tour season. In terms of preparation for a major, obviously it's a links course the players are going to be on. Is it ideal for them, Charlie?
Obviously the wind can get up round here.
As we saw the first couple of days.
So in that sense, you know, that's great experience for Birkdale. But as with links golf, you never know what weather you're going to get. So it could be flat, calm and no wind. But you wouldn't bet against that. You wouldn't bet against that Royal Birkdale for sure.
That was Aria Jutanugang making birdie on 17. So she's up to 9 under par. 3 birdies in her last 4 holes. She has had the pace of the greens down to a tee today, hasn't she?
She has judged everything perfectly. No damage at all to her card in terms of bogeys. Putting down the hill here for an eagle, and that needs to go.
That was the curse of the commentator,
wasn't it? It was the
wasn't it?
curse of the commentator.
Well.
Might make for something interesting happening, though. Perhaps a lapse in concentration.
Leanne Pace going for the green at this par 4 17th. Yet to have a birdie here this week. I'd like to tell you where that one is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sarah Kemp hitting to this back pin on 15. Really good distance control there. Trying to take the flag out. Amelia Lewis putting downhill for eagle. Having just seen IK Kim's putt come up short.
Just going back to Stephanie Meadow, you know, she's now won what, $300,000 odd in the last in her only 2 tournaments. I understand she hasn't got an agent yet, so she hasn't got to pay any percentages. I mean, what do you do? I mean, she must have them knocking on the door.
Yeah, I would have thought so. You know, she's a sponsor's dream. I've never seen her without a smile on her face. Really enjoys being out there, playing fantastic golf, gets on with everyone. I think the sponsors will be queuing up.
Birdie for Amelia Lewis. Masson. Approach to this short 15th.
Not her best overshooting the green there.
Well, I saw Nikki Campbell make eagle here a short while ago.
Yeah, Minjee Lee got the advantage here of being on the correct tier. Should break off her right.
Pretty good effort.
Tapping birdie.
Can she give herself another birdie opportunity? Just try and put a little bit of heat on the leader. Well, she's got a birdie chance, that's for sure.
That's a fantastic opportunity.
Meanwhile, Kim for birdie. She has put these away so well all week.
She has, hasn't she? I don't think we've seen her miss one, but I don't want to. That's another commentator's curse, isn't it? Yes.
Well, it almost becomes a little shocking not to see her make it. I mean, it's still going to be a par, but suddenly there seems a little bit of interest. Obviously, Campbell's got a putt to come on 15 that could close the gap to 4.
Yeah, I just wonder if she's wavering slightly.
I mean, it's tiring, isn't it, being in front as well?
It is, and you know, as I said earlier, I hope she's given herself a different kind of focus, whether she's trying to beat the course record or something, because it is very hard when you're so far out in front.
I mean, you still have to say it's a very unlikely scenario that anyone else is going to win this tournament, but from being almost an impossible situation,
Absolutely.
it's become a slight possibility.
Yeah, maybe the door's open just a crack. Vicky Lang finding the bunker there. Caroline Masson putting through the fringe. Down to the hole, you can see there how quick it is.
Well, that's good practice for next week.
That is good practice for next week, yeah. Putter used a lot around the greens on links courses because the lies are so tight. It's a favoured shot.
You can see Nikki Campbell there in the shot, having a good look at her line. Kemp first for birdie.
Yeah, every shot counts. Confirmation that Leanne Post did find the water with her drive. And that's not her best. She'll have her next for par. And that's the danger of that hole.
Well, this for Kemp to get into a tie for second.
Just overread that break slightly. Another one slides by.
Yeah, I mean, the big surprise with IK Kim is that, you know, obviously no drop shots, obviously still a very healthy lead, but she's come through the 3 par 5s, 9, 10 and 14 without picking up a birdie. Given the start that she had, that is a surprise.
It is a surprise because, you know, you look at the score, look at the scorecard, and they're the 3 holes you would have expected her to pick up a 4.
Spine angles change anyway at all. And you see what you do is you've got your setup. It's basically the best way to describe it. David Leaderboard would say, is do the footwork.
Well, she's only missed one fairway today. That was at the 11th hole.
Another fairway.
Can Campbell close the gap?
It's a great effort.
Well, that just makes it a little easier, doesn't it, for Kim on what seems a pretty straightforward day. Campbell had the chance there to close the gap to 4 shots. A wonderful eagle from her at 14, but a missed chance of 15 means it's still very much the 26-year-old Californian-based Korean in control. Just a par.
Just a par, yeah, it's not what Nikki needed. Trying to put some pressure on IK Kim in these closing holes. Sarah Kemp just looking to finish up for a par here. Does so nicely.
Nice refreshing bit of fruit. Keep the day going. It's a pleasant day, isn't it? For spectating, not too hot. Bit of sunshine now and again.
Yeah, and the rain stayed away, which is always nice.
Well, she played well yesterday, didn't she, Leanne Pace? Just came out and stuck at the end of her round. Looks like a similar kind of thing today for her.
Yeah, being punished for the poor drive, going for the green here at 17. Really tricky shot she has now for a par, up and over this bank. Always a difficult decision whether you putt or chip these. Very quick off that slope. Checking the swirling wind. Really nice rhythm to her swing. Didn't give that one enough, and that's going to be a very difficult putt.
Oh, Gerald Adams, the caddy alongside IK Kim. Together, they've made a pretty good partnership.
Very focused, isn't she? Doesn't really show any emotion.
Yeah, she comes across as a very laid-back character. I mean, I've chatted to her, you know, I mentioned that she hadn't had a top 10 this year. I was like, yeah, don't worry, it's coming.
Self-belief, isn't it? And why not when you play how she has this week?
And how she has done in the past. I mean, 9 top 10s last year, a couple of runner-up spots.
Seriously impressive golf. great distance control there with her wedge.
Well, maybe a chance to close that door again.
Indeed, yeah. She's kept it firmly shut all day, so...
Yeah, last year she played 23 tournaments. She made the cut in all 23.
That is seriously impressive. You can see why, though.
Yeah, there's very little you can see that does go wrong with her game. I mean, obviously, under pressure, all sorts of things can happen.
Great wedge shot there by Amelia Lewis.
I mean, she did come close to winning last year, didn't she, Kim? I mean, a bit of magic from Beatrice Riccari, wasn't it, in the playoff, chipping in the Kia Classic.
Yeah, I mean, I know they say expect the unexpected, and when your opponent holds a chip, there's not a lot you can do about it. Vicky Lang just missing that birdie chance on 17.
One of the toughest holes on the course. But if you hit the fairway, it's all pretty straightforward. It's a lot of players have found that left-hand rough, and after that, we've seen quite a few players struggle. But excellent tee shot from Campbell.
You see the amount of break on that putt there, but no problem for Leanne. Unfortunately, that's a bogey.
Well, excellent birdie putt coming up for In-Kyun Kim, but what a lot of work to work out here for Minjee Lee. I mean, that is quite a severe slope that she's got to come up.
It is. It's going to be very slow first half of that putt, but as soon as it reaches the top of that ridge, it's going to take off. It's very, very quick. I think she'll do well to keep it within about 4 or 5 feet.
Nice little part of the course this as well.
It's a great finishing few holes here at the Buckinghamshire. The course has been presented to the players in absolutely fantastic condition. This putt will demand the very best of her skill.
Oh, wonderful. What a terrific effort that is.
Yeah, judged it to perfection.
And she's going to a good mentality today, hasn't she, after that shot that went out of bounds at the second. Double bogey, but she's managed to recover somewhat since then.
She has put in another fantastic performance.
Hello. It's a nice little dance, isn't it? He's not happy, that one, is he?
He's not.
Oh, get out of my
I
way.
think he wants to start a fight. Might we see another birdie?
7 straight pars it's going to be for IK Kim, and oh my goodness. Look. Well, I said you could be in trouble if you go left off the tee at 16. Well, here's an example for Masson. She has had everything at this hole.
She has.
Day 1, she had to come up short by 100 yards, got up and down for a par. Day 2, she 4-putted for a double bogey, and yesterday she made a birdie. Today, well, I wonder what she's going to come up with.
Yeah, you saw there she had to turn her back to the green to actually chip out sideways. Not what you want. Amelia Lewis now for birdie. Just didn't hang on for her.
We'll camp over on the right hand side. I mean, the pin today is also over on that right hand side, and the water does come across there. Obviously she doesn't want to flirt with that.
She doesn't know. I mean, she's gripping down again, so I think the lie must be pretty poor. She'll just be aiming at the left hand side of that TV tower that we see behind the green. You can hear there it came out quite heavy. Scurrying up the green. That's what you call a flyer.
Sally Watson going the more conventional route, right off the tee at 17. Just to keep reminding you, it's Amy Bolden, Hannah Jun and Sally Watson at the moment who are in charge of those 3 places for next week's major.
Caroline here with her third into 16. Disappointed with herself. Nikki Campbell with a great view to the pin from here. Looking to get this one close.
Another look. Another opportunity. Also going down the right wing here, Bregman. That'll be a quick putt she's left herself.
It will indeed. Amelia looking to go for the green.
Straight
Really
down the middle.
powerful.
Yeah, from Amelia. Would you say, Charlie, in terms of danger for our leader, this tee shot is probably the most dangerous shot now she has to play, because 17 she doesn't have to go for it, 18 is just a par 3.
I would say so for her, yeah. I mean, she's not the longest of hitters. There is that water hazard that crosses the fairway.
And also we've seen from Masson, if you do go left, then you can get yourself tangled up as well.
Yeah, right's no joy either. You really do have to find the short grass from this tee.
Yeah, good shot.
Just follow those, really.
Yeah, indeed. 2 great tee shots from Amelia Lewis and Minjee Lee. We'd expect to see this one on the fairway, given that she's only missed one today.
Well, they like it back on the tee. Well, in the rough, but should be okay there.
Yeah, she shouldn't have any trees in her way.
Further up the hole on the back of the green, Sarah Kemp.
Just could have done with a little more on that one.
Mr. Short putt on this green yesterday, made bogey.
Delightful bunker shot there by Leanne.
Just on the run with the
Yeah, pace like Caroline Masson, playing regularly now out in America. Well, the 16th and 17th holes have been pretty memorable for her this week. She's had everything here. She's had a par birdie, a double bogey, called 17. She's had a double and a couple of bogeys. They proved to be expensive ones. Jason McDeed there, her caddy.
Sure of this one for par. Following her drive in that thick rough on the left-hand side of the fairway.
So it's a 3, 4, 5 and a 6 at this hole this week.
Yeah, she's not enjoyed these closing holes. Vicky Lang now on 18 for birdie. And up and over the ridge.
Come on, come on, come
Very
on.
nice.
That's the way to finish.
Great closing too.
That's not a bad recover, is it, from that double bogey at 13?
Vicky Campbell with a chance to get to 14 under.
Yeah, if she'd have made the chances at 15 here at 16, we might have had a real little tussle on our hands, but as it is, Campbell's inability to make those birdies has meant it's still a very wide gap between IK Kim and the rest. Quick putt down the hill for Bregman. Kemp to try and save her par here.
Just slides by on the left.
Well, what this means, of course, as long as Campbell pops hers in, is that she is assuming control of second place now, isn't she, Campbell?
She is indeed. But with 17 to come, could soon change.
And you'd expect, given the situation, Nikki's going to go for the green at 17?
Yeah, I mean, I think she has to. You never know, she might hold it.
That's a big call, isn't
That
it,
is a
Charlie?
big call. You never know, though.
Yes.
I think that's the way she has to think.
Well, the ball's sitting down a little bit for Kim here, but you can see it's not too bad a light. That'll do her.
That will do her. Another green in regulation. And that's all she needs to keep doing. Yeah, on pace for par on 18.
And around a 68 in the clubhouse at 11 under alongside Stephanie Meadow. That's the clubhouse lead, but we know who's got the outright lead. The finishing line is getting closer for IK Kim. Nikki Campbell has tried her best, but missed birdie chances at 15 and 16 means Kim still very much in control. Her lead, 5 shots. Jutta Nugan in with a round of 67. 69 for Katie Burnett. You see Hannah Junt and Amy Bolden. They look like they booked themselves a place for Birkdale next week.
Yeah, as expected, Nikki Campbell going with driver here on 17.
Can she find a little bit of magic?
Test of character. Backs away. You just simply can't take shots on like this unless you are 100% confident. Any negative thought, it's always best to back away and start again.
Oh no, she looks a little anxious. Is it going right? I think it hit the birds down there and stayed in play. Maybe she's got...
Yeah,
she's relieved.
She looks relieved, yeah.
It's a birdie, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
She,
I don't think she could do that again if she tried, could she?
yeah. The duck should have ducked. Oh my goodness me.
Oh, that one's going to hurt in the morning.
Yeah.
You get enough bad luck in this game. You have to take it when it happens.
Yeah.
Sarah Kemp going with fairway wood and playing down the right. Placing the ball perfectly there in the fairway. Great line into the green for a second.
th green, the final group eyeing up their opportunities here. Well, she's a long way in terms of scoring from her playing partners. She's a long way from anyone here in Kim Kim. Nikki Campbell just avoiding the water at 17, but she needed an incredible finish and a little slip up from Kim really to cause any kind of issue.
Never really had the line on that one.
The umpire signals a wide, I think, with that one. Masson now, come on. This hole owes her.
It does. I hope she can defeat her demons on this one.
4 over par on this hole. But it's dry.
It's dry, but she went neither left or right there, did she? Split down, straight down the middle.
Hello.
It's the first time we've seen the putt raised by IK Kim there. Her distance control has been brilliant all day.
I wonder how much she's actually enjoying this. I mean, you understand what I mean? You know, she's got this lead. She's got this big lead all day long.
She must sort of feel like she's out there on her own.
You can't afford to enjoy it too much, can you? Because if you let your concentration slip, that's when you can find the trouble.
Absolutely.
This was Nikki Campbell's t-shirt. Have a look at this again. Ouch! Right in the back of that bird. She was actually relieved to hit the bird and not the water.
She was, yeah. I think she might have to sign a glove for him or something.
Oh, yeah, they're getting their revenge, I think.
Telling her off now.
Yeah. That was our territory, not your ball. Maybe that was the one having the fight earlier that she hit.
Possibly, yeah. Karma. Funny thing is, she's actually got a really good shot straight up to the pin there.
Well, she hasn't had a bogey since the latter stages of round 2.
And she's not about to have one now.
No.
Did we doubt her for a second?
Well, I didn't really, I have to say. It has been a wonderful front-running expedition from IK Kim, hasn't it, really? I mean, very rarely has she put herself in any kind of problem either, but...
Yeah, we saw her on 11, obviously, in that fairway bunker, but...
Ever since the first hole, really, when she knocked in that, what was it, 7-8 footer for birdie, and then she knocked it close in 3, another birdie at the second. It just all fell into her hands, really, after that, with her nearest challenges falling away early on.
Yeah, she has made it look annoyingly simple.
Yeah, because from a neutral standpoint, we want to see a contest, don't we, really? We want to see a little bit of drama, a little bit of tension. We want to see how she would handle a little bit of heat, but her 63 yesterday just blew the rest of the field away, really.
It did, yeah, and she's put in a fantastic performance today as well. Had she been knocking around level par for her round, we would have seen a closer contest, but you can't deny her class this week. She has been absolutely fantastic. And
you look at the way she's played here this week, and you do wonder why it's taken nearly 4 years for her to win again.
You do, but the mind is a very funny thing, She may have had herself was playing tricks on her, and it's a very, very, very tough game. Nikki Campbell with her second on 17. After that bit of luck off the tee there. Trying to use that slope to get it to roll right.
She's going to have a tricky little putt there, isn't she? I mean, she's had similar kind of length opportunities last couple of holes, hasn't been able to make them. On the lower level here, Bregman, this for birdie.
Perfectly judged pace. Another good week for Stacey. Good performance in Italy last week. Riding high on confidence. Masson now with her second on 17. A few ways she can play this one. She looks like she's going with a more lofted option, pitching it on the front of the green. Uses that bank, judges it really nicely, and she'll be left with that for her birdie. Don't think there's any real surprise that IK Kim is playing the safe route on the right.
Yeah, she did the same yesterday, didn't she?
Clearly her game plan has been working, so why change?
Just to update you on one or two scores, Charlie Hull has closed out her 72 holes with a round of 68 over the weekend. It's good enough to put her in the top 20.
Yeah, she's a pretty steely performer.
She'll be eager next week, won't she, after missing out on the US Open. Chance to challenge again for a major. Of course, she was up there at the Kraft Nabisco.
She will, and I know that she enjoys the challenges of links golf. I think it will be no real surprise to any of us should we see her near the top of the leaderboard next week at Birkdale. Another chance slides by for Sarah Kemp. Stacey Lee Bregman with this putt to finish her round. Really good performance there from Stacey. Final round 69. Currently in a tie for 6th.
Well, can she make another? Nikki Campbell, couple of eagles on the card today. No.
Never high enough, was it? Finishes up for par on 17, and that could have been a lot worse for Nikki Campbell.
So the gap's still 5, and this an important putt for Sally Watson, because my maths isn't always my strongest point, but I make her now in alongside Hannah Junt and Amy Bolden at the Women's British Open next week. And it's brilliant when you consider she had bogeys at 10, 11, 12 and 13, and she came back and made 3 birdies down the stretch to book her place at Birkdale.
Yeah, there's no denying that she's earned that place, and I know she'll be excited to get there for sure.
Leading rookie this year on the Ladies European Tour. Masson gets a birdie at last at 17.
She's defeated the demons.
Yeah. There you are. She knows it as well. That's why she's got the biggest smile she's had all day. She can look forward to coming back next year now.
She can, yeah.
It's following me.
Now we're going to see Amelia Lewis going for the green.
Yeah, while her playing partners went down the right and played already, of course, Amelia had to wait for the green to clear.
Doesn't like it, shaking her head. It's always difficult when you've been waiting a while to tee off. Minji Lee also going for the green here.
Kim already obviously down the right hand side.
Come on.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a great shot. One of the few shots we've seen today actually where the ball's held the green.
Yeah, well, it landed on the upslope, didn't it? So
Did.
just killed it a little bit. Well, you can already see IK Kim's already down there, getting ready to get the job done as quickly as possible, isn't she?
Absolutely, yeah.
Worth? 2 meters?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah?
Just pitching into the upslope of the green there. And that's the danger. Spinning back off the green.
It's kind of a flat finish from her in a way, isn't it? She hasn't had a birdie since the 8th, but who cares what a kind of a finish it is? Spectacular or not, it's going to be a winning finish, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Come on, stay there, stay there. Oh, it's going to catch the slope and go back down on the wrong level.
I think that was half a yard from being all over the pin.
Yeah. Well, she has a 2-shot lead over Leanne Pace and Stephanie Meadow, of course, who have finished, and Caroline Masson and Sarah Kemper stood out on the course. In terms of finishing second spot, Nikki Campbell. '18th, 170 yards to the flag today.
Safely on the green.
Well, she might not be on the green in 2 at 17, IK Kim, but we're kind of getting to the point of what we knew was coming, and that's a victory for the Korean here at the Buckinghamshire Golf Club. She has really taken this ISPS HANDA Ladies European Masters by the scruff of the neck over the weekend. She's breezing home. What a performance from Stephanie Meadow there. That's one of the stories of the day without any doubt. Her first ever appearance as a professional in Europe, and she closes out with a 63. She's going to match her US Open finish as it stands in a tie for third. Sarah Kemp's entertained us, hasn't she, this week?
She has. She's played some great golf. She has struggled to hold the putts at the weekend. Stay up. Enjoying Masson's ball.
Yeah, just taking water.
Makes its way down that ridge.
As if you're trying to blast a shot out of a really bad plug line bunker.
What happened to all the spectators? Yeah, they're gone.
It is a bit bluff.
Now,
In my honest opinion, I reckon it's got to try. He can get it out.
well, ball looks like it's like almost plugged in there, Charlie, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. She's just discussing there with her caddy her options, whether she attempts to play it or takes the drop. I think he's encouraging her to play it.
She can't get a free drop, can she?
No, it's a penalty. It'll be a penalty drop, and she will then be playing her third. So obviously there is an appeal to playing it as it lies. But the problem is, if it is plugged, she's going to have to put some forceful swing behind it, and then she's going to struggle to stop it. She is opting to play it.
Oh, she's dug it out well, hasn't she?
She's done fantastically well from there.
Yeah, fraught with danger, you know, you get it too clean, she's off in the trees behind.
Yeah, you can rack up anything. 7, 8, 9, but she played this one really well. Got really steep behind the ball, almost like a bunker shot. You can see there, though, the force that would have been going through her wrist there. No follow through, just popping it straight up.
Putting from off the green here, Kim. Steady.
Oh.
The hole slowed it down a little.
It did, yeah. I almost thought we were going to see a hole it, though.
Well, it's a pity in a way that we haven't been able to bring you a dramatic finale here at this flagship event on the Ladies European Tour. But that's all down to the handiwork of IK Kim. No birdie for her here at 17. No drop shots today, no drop shots yesterday. The birdies have flown. 9 yesterday, 4 today.
Yeah, she has just put in an absolutely stellar performance. Another really impressive performance from Minjee Lee.
Oh, well, she gets ready to putt at 17. We're here in front of the Grade 2 listed clubhouse at 18. Up the slope, Sarah Kemp.
Be quick off the right as it hits the top of this slope. Bit of work left there for her par.
Yeah, 3 shots clear at the halfway stage. She would have had hopes that maybe this was going to be her weekend. Terrific tee shot, wasn't it, from Minjee Lee? Pretty good try as well.
Very good try. I think it's almost impossible to leave that putt short. Gave it a good go at the hole, and that should be no problem.
You can see the marker there from Kim, can't you? It's a little bit of work left for a par again.
Yeah.
Lee's going to finish off. Level par for the day. Well, a year ago she was trying to make birdie at this hole to force a playoff. And she was the one player I thought at the start of the day that really could maybe put some heat on IK Kim, given the fact that she shot a 63 here last year, 66 yesterday. She has the game, and she obviously has the liking of the course to go low, but she just couldn't find enough birdies on the front nine, could she?
No, she couldn't. I think it was crucial for Caroline to hit the ground running and start early on, holding some putts, getting some birdies on the card, and then bouncing off that great start. But unfortunately, it didn't happen for her today. It's been somewhat of an uphill battle.
Yeah, she didn't get her first birdie until the 7th. But you have to say it's really been that second round that cost her. 3 double bogeys on the card. This would be some birdie, wouldn't it?
It really would. Just Slight misread.
Yeah,
there.
she's not the first to do that though from there, is she?
No, we've seen that quite a lot actually. I just wonder whether that ridge comes right through by the hole and it's almost on a crown. The greenkeepers have cut that pin on a crown, almost a double breaker. And Nikki Campbell now for birdie on 18.
Yeah, when she made that eagle at 14, brought a touch of excitement, but it's going to be pars in since then. But it's another good week, isn't it, from Nikki?
It is, and that's her in second place by herself. Okay, Kim now for par.
37 holes without a bogey and running. One more hole and the job is well and truly done. Runners up finishes in a row on the Ladies European Tour for Nikki Campbell, it would seem. Second in Holland, and now it looks like she's going to be second here in England.
Amelia Lewis holding out for par there on 17.
Oh, what a shame. At 11 under, she was in that tie for third place. That is an expensive miss for Sarah Camp, because it takes her from a tie in third to a tie for seventh.
Yeah, that will be costly with the paycheck.
Especially when you think she dropped a shot at 16 as well. And Masson, another in at 11 under. A round of 69 today from her. Yeah. Been another good week. She'll be feeling confident that she can maybe make a mark next week, but it really has this weekend been all about IK Kim, Inkyun Kim. I'm not surprised to know one of her nicknames is Income Kim, given the amount of money she's racked up over half a dozen years playing on the main tours. In fact, she's been very generous. When she won her last event, the Lorena Ochoa Invitational, she donated her entire $220,000 winner's check to charity.
Nice touch.
Yeah.
How many do you get?
And I think it's a big moment as well for Gerald alongside her there. You know, he has been through such a lot the last couple of years, even the last couple of days when you consider his broken nose.
Yeah.
It really is lovely for him. Obviously, you know, he's played his part, and I think IK will quite freely say that he has done as well.
Absolutely, especially today, you know, and it has been very difficult for her being so far ahead to keep her focus. I'm sure Gerald has been keeping her concentration on and trying to take her mind off golf between shots.
Well, this time last year, the players were wearing blue badges with the initial GA on their arms for Gerald Adams. I know the players helped raise some money for the treatment he had to have in America as well. So, I mean, the tour has been very much a part of his life.
Absolutely, you know, it is like a family, and players and caddies get on very well, and everyone was very upset to hear about Gerald's illness, and we're all just very grateful that he's back fighting fit.
Minjee Lee first to go. Not an easy flag to get at, is it, on that top shelf?
It's a nice tuck just over that ridge. I think that one might be bunkered.
Been another good week though, hasn't it, for Minjee Lee? Another week where we can see the quality she's got. She's going to have a big career, isn't she?
She will have a big career ahead of her, and I don't doubt that she'll win many tournaments. She's still so young. She's only 18 years old. But already proving she has the game to compete with the best.
Yeah, she was a top amateur as well. She was once ranked number 3 in the amateur stakes, Amelia Lewis. Now come on, up you come. Come on, come on. Stay. It's rolling back.
It is. It's so difficult to judge that shot. As we saw with Caroline Masson, that really was not far away from being all over the pin.
Well, after 9 straight pars, can IK Kim give us a grandstand finish?
Maybe how Christina Kim did last year.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all she really needed to do.
Green's good.
Now she can enjoy the walk up the 18th, albeit only a short one, being a par 3. The job almost complete for In-Kyun Kim. That close to 4-year wait for a 5th professional title is just around the corner. A 5-shot lead over Nikki Campbell. Wonderful week for Stephanie Meadow. Solheim Cup star Caroline Masson in that tie for 3rd. But it's Kim still in control. Well, there's no doubt about the story of the day, really. IK Kim apart, it's been Stephanie Meadow who equalled the course record of 63, which means she's 3rd on the leaderboard. Let's hear what she's had to say.
Stephanie, a fantastic round of golf. Can you try to put it into words?
Yeah, it was just awesome today. I mean, I played really well. I had 9 birdies, 9 pars, a lot of chances, a lot of great putts.
Were you expecting this kind of golf this week and this kind of finish today?
You know, I knew coming into the week that I was playing really well, and the last 3 days I've had some like 9 holes good and then 9 holes bad, so I knew I was playing pretty well if I could just put 18 together, and I finally did it today, so it feels great.
You're still relatively new to this kind of environment. Can
Yeah.
you give us a taste of what it's been like this week, and particularly today, playing in front of some big crowds at a big tournament like this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last 2 weeks of my life have been like turmoil pretty much, but it's been a lot of fun. You know, it's what I've dreamed of doing, and to be out here playing for a crowd is something that I love to do, so the bigger the better.
And lastly, can you just give us an idea of where you go from here, particularly for the rest of the year, this season, goals and schedule terms?
I'm going tomorrow to qualify for the British Open, hopefully. And then after that, I'm still waiting for sponsors exemptions to see if I can play some other LPGA over in the States. Goal-wise, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, practice hard, work harder than ever, and see where it puts me. Yeah, he did the Avenue meeting as well.
Well, where it's put us so far is in 3rd place, 2 events, 2 thirds. Won the US Open, won the flagship event of the Ladies European Tour. I mean, in some respect, you feel like it could only be downhill from here. I suppose she hasn't won yet.
No, she hasn't now. She's got perfect temperament for this.
Yeah, he
game,
said it.
and,
He said the guy that was very
yeah, we
good
wish her
first
well.
got straight here.
Minji Lee in the hazard here on 18.
Yeah, you can see the red line there.
Probably like in here.
Okay. Let's put the tee in there and see if we can get 2 close.
Just trying to determine the line across the hazard there with the referee.
You can see there's a little stream that comes down the right-hand side of this 18th. Haven't really seen anyone in there so far this week, but obviously Minji Lee found it.
Do you reckon it would have gone in more this way?
What?
Where's the guy?
I don't know where that guy went.
Which bush really?
So it's just determining
You saw it go in?
where she's going to drop here. Well, we want to find out where it went in so she knows the right place to drop, I assume, here.
Absolutely, yeah. She doesn't want to drop it in the wrong place. I believe they're trying to find the man who was stood nearby when her ball crossed the hazard. Can't see from the tee because the trees overhang.
Well, the good news for her is if she drops one shot, two shots, she's not going to lose any euros or dollars here, is she?
She won't lose any euros, no, but from a playing perspective, she'll want to finish as high as she can. There's always the pride factor.
It's quite a big miss to go that right and find the water here. And they've been playing a pretty good pace today. This is the first real hold-up that we've had. It's not too far for the tournament officials to have to get to. The 18th green right by the clubhouse.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're saying it's between the tree and the bush. I think we're on the right point now.
Okay.
But I just don't think we can get the shape of the hazard.
Would it be closer if I went that way?
Well, let's measure it.
Because even if I like drop it in there, I can still go like that,
I'm
right?
just hearing here the deliberation between player and referee. Want to make sure they drop the ball in the right place.
Like right there, then it's not closer.
This is great for young players to watch how Minjee Lee is reacting to this. You know, she's kept her cool. Nothing she can do about it now. Really good example for young golfers not to panic when things start to go wrong.
It's a good job in some way for IK Kim that this isn't a one-shot lead she has at 18, because this weight really would have played on her nerves. As it is, she can be very relaxed about things.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
what's the tape measure out here for then?
Just to determine
that she's no nearer the hole. Then
yeah, if she dropped, she was talking about dropping to her right. But they just want to check that it's not closer to the hole.
Just come this way, touch.
Otherwise, I think she'll have to go back to the tee because her only other option would be to drop it in the bush.
So that's the same distance. So we can go in that direction. So we just move the bag there.
Bag's in the way now. Everyone's being rather patient, aren't they?
Absolutely. You can't rush these decisions.
It's going to be more than 2 club on that side. So, yeah, that's right. We'll measure 2 club lengths.
Referees do a fantastic job.
I think we're struggling that way.
Okay, so if I do 2 there, then I can drop it closer to there, right? Not going outside that.
Well, we've got to stick in line with that. If it drops and goes back into the hazard, we re-drop.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So we can measure 2 club lengths in that direction.
That's the only way I can
with the T-pegs in there.
Well, where's...
She does obviously have the option of going back to the tee.
You can measure the club lengths first if you like. You don't have to.
We don't have to drop.
No.
Always have that option of going back to where you last played the ball.
Just need to go in that direction. Yes.
Andy Bill, of course, a former European Tour player who's the man here making sure he obviously would have been in a few positions himself. I remember him playing on the European Tour, and he had a pretty good career as well.
No closer than
Now a referee. Those skies don't look too nice, do they? Good job we're nearly done.
Yeah, they look a bit ominous.
So can I
And
do it
OK
there?
Kim has to wait.
You can do it anywhere along that line.
So can I be in the hazard and drop it?
You can be in the hazard and drop it, yeah.
Okay.
But if she drops it right here,
But the line belongs to the hazard, so we need to drop it clear of the hazard. So that
So
would be
inside the
closer
hazard.
there.
Oh, so I can't drop it there?
you have to.
But
So can she drop it here
you
twice?
can drop it there, but if it drops on the hazard, that's not a good drop, so we need to drop again.
She needs to drop here, and if it drops twice,
Yeah,
then
but
she
if we
can
drop
place
forward,
it.
I'm going to make it drop it again as well.
Okay.
So we need
Okay,
to be
we've got
spot
to drop
on
it
with
on
the
a
drop.
sixpence.
So just explain what's going on here, Charlie.
I
Just
think
because
it's
obviously other people are wondering why is this
If you'll let
taking
us
so
drop it
long.
Right there.
So
If
can I
Minji,
drop that
Minji Lee
down
needs to
the
drop it as
bottom?
close to that T-peg as possible, should she drop it and the ball rolls back into the hazard, that's an invalid drop and she will be then allowed to re-drop. But she can't go in front of the T-peg, so she literally has got the tiniest area to land this ball on.
And she can't go in the front of the T-beg because then she'd be too close to the hole.
She would be nearer to the hole, yes.
Forward, so let's drop again.
Rolled into the hazard, so she has to re-drop. Rolled into the hazard again.
Was it on the line?
That was close.
Not something you practice too often, is it really? How long is this going to go on for then?
It's forward.
It's forwards. You know, I was under the impression you only got to drop it twice and then place it where it landed, but
That had to be
That
good.
was like
That was
perfect.
okay, yeah. So let's
He has to be
re-drop.
happy with the drops. They have to be
yeah, he has to be
correct
happy with the drop, but the ball has to be stationary. So now she gets to place it where the ball landed because the ball rolled into the hazard. You can't drop into a hazard.
Is it touching the line?
So I think we're ready to go. It's all taken a long time and it all keeps her waiting, doesn't it? The trophy's coming, IK, don't worry.
They're just polishing it.
So that's not touching the
It
line?
gives the engraver plenty of time, doesn't
It
it?
does, yeah. Normally they're rushing. And she's finally able to play her third.
Well, she kind of known it's been coming all day, really, but this is all taking a little bit longer than it should do, really. But you can understand you want to play the rules properly. You don't want to do anything silly that might mean you're disqualified, even though it doesn't mean anything monetary for Minji Lee.
Absolutely, but no, you know, nobody wants to be disqualified, especially not on the last hole of the last round, especially as well after such a fantastic performance. Great composure from her though, to keep her cool while all this was going on.
Well, finally we're able to have Minji Lee's third shot here.
And soon to be her fourth.
I think the applause was because they were finally relieved that she actually played the shot. She's next.
She is. And IK Kim's wait continues.
Sorry, you gotta move. Huh?
Still taking her time, still smiling. It's great to see.
Yeah, because it's easy, isn't it? You kind of feel like you're in the way. There's a player here just about to win a golf tournament and I'm waiting for a ruling.
Absolutely, and she's probably the last player who you would expect to still go about her business, do what she needs to do. It's very easy to think she's the amateur, she's going to be worried about everything, and I'm worried about IK Kim having to wait there on the green. But
As I say, it is a good job though. It's a big lead for her.
it is, yeah, because it's very difficult. As you said earlier, if it is just the one shot.
Come on, get in. That would be nice. It's been a classy display from Minji Lee. I'm sure many of you have seen her producing the goods in major championships this year. Another golfing star here.
Yeah, she'll have that putt for a double bogey 5, which will take her back to 9 under and a tie for 12th, which is No shame at all. It's a fantastic performance.
Well, when she made her 4th birdie of the day at the 8th, we didn't think In Kim would power away in from there. Amelia Lewis also has been waiting, hasn't she?
She has, and as you said, Richard, it is very, very difficult when you have to wait so long. Amelia, with this putt, to get into a tie of 3rd, be worth a few euros. It's not to be. I think she'll be very pleased with her performance following a run of difficult tournaments. And finally we get to see IK Kim's birdie effort here on 18.
It's been a stress-free day, hasn't it?
I'll just tap this in for...
There's been back-to-back classy winners, you have to say, of the Ladies European Masters. Mum's enjoyed it. We've all enjoyed it. It's been a masterclass of front-running, a fabulous bogey-free weekend, and the champion of this Ladies European Masters is IK Kim. Dad's here as well. It really was a job well done. She really never looked in any doubt, did it?
She didn't, you know. She played with absolute control over her game today. Following that 63 yesterday with a 68. No one can deny she's a great champion.
71 for Amelia Lewis and 73 for Minjee Lee. But it's all about IK Kim back in the winner's circle after an absence of 4 years. 5th professional title. 2nd on the Ladies European Tour following the Dubai Ladies Masters. And hello, here it comes.
The traditional.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the players go and sign their cards, we hope you've very much enjoyed your day with us at the ISPS
Well, a wonderful setting.
Ladies European Masters.
And another
the prize
wonderful
giving
week.
will take place on the putting green in about 5 minutes' time. Which will be
Well, we didn't have the drama, but what we saw was class, really, from a wonderful player who'll go further up those world rankings, 24 right now. And I wonder what that will mean for the rest of the year for In Kyung Kim, because obviously it's her first win significantly since that missed putt at the 2012 Kraft Nabisco. And it's just kind of confirmation for her, if you like, that, you know, she's only, what, 26. There's a lot of potential wins to come for her.
Yeah, still has a long career ahead of her, and you know, this win comes at the right time. You've got the British Open next week. Be riding high on confidence from a fantastic performance.
Well, she led by 4 at the start of the day, and she went 5-6 shots clear. In the end, it's a 5-shot victory for IK Kim. Nikki Campbell, as she was in Holland, runner-up here to the Korean. Stephanie Meadow, what a performance. Leanne Pace, 3 times a winner last year on the Ladies European Tour, now based in America, as is Caroline Masson. They're all finishing that tie for 3rd at 11 under par. 18-year-old Tai Aria Jutanagan in that group at 10 under par. Amy Borden, Hanajan qualifying, along with Sally Watson for the Women's British Open at Birkdale in a week. They're all inside that top 20, as is Charlie Hull, who matched her 68 of yesterday to finish at 8 under par. Diana Luna, obviously another multiple winner on the LET. Round of 70 from the Italian today. Liz Young would have hoped that maybe that 69 would have been good enough for her to get to Birkdale. Of course, formerly Liz Bennett, Maria Balakova, the former version over. Another good week for her inside that top 25 with a final round of 69. Tsukino, we saw some talent from her as well, the amateur. 75 today, disappointing finish. Well, let's have a look back at IK Kim's round. And really, she made a mark, didn't she, Charlie? Right from the very first hole.
She did, you know, this effort. Set up an 8-foot birdie putt, which she converted.
Yeah, greens, fairways, and after 9 birdies yesterday, she got off to that perfect start with a 3 at the first that saw her increase her lead, and it got even better at the par 5 second. Wasn't the greatest first putts from off the green.
It wasn't, no, but as she showed all week, putts that length just are not a problem for her.
And it went for her second birdie of the day. But she managed a couple more birdies on the front 9 at 6 and 8, and they kind of dried up on the back 9. I mean, she finished with 10 straight pars. That was kind of a surprise, really. Obviously, she kept the bogeys away, importantly.
Absolutely, that was the most important thing for her, and hold this one on 16 for par.
Yeah, she never really liked missing from that kind of distance, did she? And this, a perfect judgment of pace to close it out at 18. Closing round of 68. Not a drop shot over the weekend. Fabulous display from IK Kim. Well, the crowds have enjoyed it. Hope you have enjoyed it as well. Terrific display from the Korean. She'll be full of confidence now ahead of the third major of the year. Caroline Masson a little disappointed, just couldn't get it going early on. Leanne Pace, well, she dropped a few shots late on Stephanie Meadow. What a round of golf that was. Nikki Campbell maybe had a few hopes, but a 67 not quite good enough for her. Well, Edgar Morse is down there with our winner, IK Kim.
IK, great victory, a dominant victory in the end. The damage was done, I guess, for the other players out there with your 63 on day 3.
Oh, well, I feel like, I don't know, I've been hitting the ball really well, putting it really well, so it just, I just had to just go out there and just enjoy myself.
Your first victory since 2010 and the perfect time to do it just before the major next week.
It is. I just had a great time. It's great to win the tournament, and it's my first time playing this golf course and this championship, so I'm really honored to win the championship.
Was it hard to keep your focus when you have such a big lead out there?
You know, I don't know. There's nothing was really going wrong. I was really comfortable with my game. I think it's really the first time that I really been trusting my game this much, and I gave myself a lot of chances, and there's a little bit of, it was hard to focus, not thinking about winning on the back 9, but my goal was shoot 5 under today, and I think I did well.
And finally, a word about your caddy, Gerald, because he's had quite a story as well, and a great victory for him.
I know. It's really amazing that he was caddying for me on Thursday, because he got hit by a golf ball on Wednesday, and he was bleeding everywhere. And it's just how his attitude towards to living in daily, life. It's just inspiring me, and I think it did to many of people on the tour.
Congratulations! Time for your trophy.
Midori Miyazaki, the executive director of ISPS HANDA, handing over the trophy, which confirms that IK Kim is the champion here at the Ladies European Masters. Well, she's a winner again, Charlie.
She is, you know, and it's great for her after, as you say, 4 years without a win. The notorious performance at the Kraft Nabisco where she missed that short putt.
Well, it wasn't one of those final rounds where the nerves jangle and the drama rose. It was how you win a tournament from the front, isn't it, really? Some real talent there. Teenagers like Aria Jutinagen in our top 10. Caroline Masson, showing why she was one of the Solheim Cup stars in 2013. Stephanie Meadow, well, how do you go from here? Third at the US Open, then her first tournament on European soil, a third at the flagship event, the Ladies European Masters. That 63, though, was matched yesterday by In-Kyung Kim. It put her in control, didn't it, of this tournament? And she made sure that no one got close to her here on day 4. From Charlie Douglas, myself, Richard Kaufman, and all of us here on the Ladies European Tour, goodbye for now.